Hello everyone, welcome to Quick Code Academy. So today we are going to teach you about the Emmet abbreviation, which is nothing but the faster way to generate code. So here we are using this Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code I personally like the most, and it offers some cool features, and we are going to show you in this video. So let's start with this what is Emmet abbreviation and how it helps us to increase our productivity. So the first type is, so if you just type exclamation mark and click on enter, so it will create one HTML boilerplate, which is nothing but the HTML template. So here you don't have to write the HTML head tag, body tag and everything, so it will by default create it for you. So let's look at some of the key Emmet abbreviation we have. So suppose in case you want to create division with specific ID, so in normal way we create the division with ID like this one, and it consumes a lot of time, as you can see. Okay, so now there is cool way to write this code in very optimum manner, that you just have to write div and hash denotes for the ID, and you can mention whatever ID which you want to give to that particular division, and if you just click on enter, so it will automatically create the division with ID for you. Suppose in case you have to create division with class, so for class we usually use the dot notation, right? So if you now click on dot, and if you want to give the division class name as container, then you can type div.container and it will create one division with class container. Now suppose if you want to create both, so if you want to include ID as well as a class within a div, so then simply you can add div hash for ID. Suppose I want to give this division ID1 and the class name as container, so I have to click on dot, and here I can mention the container name as container2 something, and if I click just enter, so it will create one division as we mentioned ID1 and the class as container2. So suppose there is use case where you have to create a lot of elements at once, right? So instead of doing like this, copying it 5 times, so this is not very fast way, right? So you have to click on copy paste again and again. So instead of this, you can just type div and star and then number of times you want to create that particular element. So suppose I want to create this division for 5 times, then I can say div star 5, so it will automatically create 5 divisions for me. So now you can see, right, the amount of time it saves for me. So suppose if I want to create division with different IDs, right? So first division should have ID as identity 1 and second division should have as identity 2. So here we can do it by division hash. So if I want to give identity as ID, and here since it should be dynamic in nature, right, so here we can make use of dollar. So dollar is nothing but index of that particular division, and now if I want to create 5 divisions like this, then I can make use of this star sign, and here I can mention I want 6 division. So if I now hit enter, so it has created division with IDs as ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4 and so on. And it is not only for division, you can use any tag you want, right? So if you want to use input tag and I want it for 5 times, so here I can mention input star 5. So now it has created 5 input tags for me. So suppose here by default this input type is created with the type as text, but if you want type as reset, right? So what you can do, you can type input, and in the square brackets you can mention the attribute name. So here that is type, and you can say that I want input type as reset, and I want it for 5 number of times. So here I can mention input type reset 5 times. Here we have this input type as reset, and it is 5 times. So these are some of the feature of Vscode, so that will enhance your productivity and speed up your development time as well. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you all.